Okay, now we're going to be solving some equations in terms of dy dx. So these guidelines are in the book that you guys have. These are the key things that you want to think about when you're finding dy dx, or solving for dy dx. First, you want to take the derivative of both sides with respect to x, including having the dy dx terms in there. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to isolate the dy dx terms on one side of the equation. So all of your variables on one side and all of your dx variables on the other, basically just basic algebra. And lastly, you want to factor and solve for dy dx so you're completely isolated to get your y prime equation. And now I'll give you an example of that. So say you had the equation 2y equals x squared plus sine y. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is you're going to derive it and try and isolate dy dx. So on this side, you're going to have 2. When you differentiate with respect to y, it's going to end up being 2 dy dx equals, this is like normal, 2x plus, and then the derivative of sine is cosine. So you're going to have cosine y, but it's with respect to y, so you've got to write dy dx on the end. Next, you're gonna, the second step, you're going to put all of your dy dx terms on the same side. So I'm going to move 2x over to this side and 2 over to this side. So I will have cosine y dy dx minus 2 dy dx equals negative 2x. Now what you're going to do is you're going to factor out the dy dx and divide on both sides. So cosine y minus 2 all times dy dx equals negative 2x. And finally, to isolate dy dx, you're going to divide by cosine y minus 2 on both sides. So your final equation will look like dy dx equals negative 2x over cosine y minus 2. And here's your final answer. So I'll give you a second to look over the equation, or you can pause the video at this time.